Palms up on your thighs. Press into your thighs, lift your shoulders in your face. Open your eyes. Bring your right hand over your head. Pull, catch the top of your ear and give yourself a gentle pinch. And then switch sides. Bring your hands down, switch the crossing of your feet. Bring one arm over. Switch. All right, now just turn your head, keep it on that equator. Don't let it tilt to the right or to the left. Look over your shoulder. Take your chin a little bit further back. Now lift your chest, hold it. Come back to the middle and switch the direction. Look past your shoulder. Hold it. Come back to the middle. Walk your hands forward. Let your head come down. Come back up, switch the crossing of your feet. Come back down. Walk back up. Take yourself into a child pose. Knees apart, feet together. Pull the skin of the calves back. Lift the kneecaps up. Roll open the groins, look up. Exhale, fold. Come up a little bit, thread one arm through, turn that palm up. Bring shoulder down. Come up, switch sides. Come back, downward facing dog. Flip the toes, heels moving towards the floor. Press to your hands. Thighs moving back, head moving back. Sit bones lifting. Arms are straight. Take another breath, child pose, knees apart, feet together. Come back up, downward dog. Sit bones lifting, thighs moving back, head moving towards the floor. Armpits are open. Walk your hands to your feet. Uttanasana, intense stretch. Hips over hips. Head moving down. Make the heels isometrically move away from each other, like you're trying to tear the mat apart. Bring your hands to your thighs, straighten your arms, and come up. All right, now go ahead and come to the middle of your mat. Where do we usually go when we start our classes? Vrikshasana, tree pose. So press into your right foot, turn that left leg out. We've been working on tree pose now for, this is the second week. So we're just kind of bringing it in, and then that's just going to be one of your basic foundational poses. Bring that hip in, lift the sit bone up, buttock up. Put that foot where it needs to be. Knee moving towards the back wall. Sternum is lifted. Hold it here. Now that top thigh, even with your top hand, you can roll that thigh out and back. Knee moving back. This front thigh, you're pressing into the foot, and that hip is moving back, moving away from each other. The sit bones in the back are squeezing in and squeezing the spine up. Now, bring your hands together. Shoulders are back. Lift your arms. Keep them straight. Hold it and breathe. Your head, don't move. Lift your chest. Hold it. 2, 1. Hands down, knee forward, foot down. Switch legs. Turn that opposite leg out. Keep your hand on your hip for a minute. When you're ready, bring that leg up. It could be on the floor, on the calf, or all the way up in the groin. Remember, we want that thigh to move out, rolling out. You should have your balance by now pretty good on this one-legged tree pose. Pull that hip in. Bring your hands together. When you're ready, take your arms up. Feel your armpits open. Feel your chest lift. Keep your arms straight. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Hands down, knee forward, foot down. Now we're going to go into triangle pose. Utthita Trikonasana. So if you need your block behind you, you can have your block to the outside of your right foot. Or you can take your hand to your shin or thigh. So bring your arms up, bend your knees, step or jump wide. See if you can make your feet as wide as your wrists, or almost. Back toes in, opposite leg out. It's a heel to heel alignment. Heel of the front foot in alignment with the heel of the back foot. Press the outer edge of that back foot down, straighten leg, bring your hip in. Press into the right foot, straighten that leg, take the arms out to the sides. Keep pressing into the feet, lift the thighs, open up the chest, take a breath, and bring the hand down into your shin, thigh, or maybe even the block. With your top hand, grab your ribs. Turn them up towards the ceiling, and then take the top hand back up. Now, take the arms, the shoulders, back away from the ears as the chest opens, the head comes back, and the hips move forward, and then look up. Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Take another breath. Take your hand to your top rib. Push it down, and then lengthen from your hip to your armpit. Take the arm back up. Look up, fold it, and breathe. 2, 1. Pretend someone's pulling your arm up as you press into your feet. Come up. Turn your right foot in, left leg out. Keep your heel to heel alignment, and you can move the block to the other side. Bring your back toes in. Press into both feet. Keep the legs straight. pull the muscles, hug the muscles into the bones so that the quadriceps and the hamstrings lift. Take your arms out to the side, open up the chest, take a breath, bring your hand down. Shin, thigh, or block, or maybe even the floor. Top hand up. Head back, hips forward. Turn those ribs up to the ceiling. Hold it, shoulders back. Now remember, we want to lengthen from the lower hip to the armpit. So take that top rib down. And then lengthen from here to here as you push the block back away from you. Towards your other foot. Shoulders back. Okay. Hold it and breathe. Trikonasana. Extended triangle pose 2. 1. Pretend someone's pulling this arm up. Come up. Turn your foot in. Bring your hands back. Bend your knees. Step or jump. All right, now we're going to go into Pavrita Trikonasana, revolve triangle pose. So put your block back on your right side. We're going to go after it with a jump. So bring your arms up, bend your knees, step or jump your feet out wide. Bring your left toes in, turn your whole torso towards that block to your right. Keep pressing the outer edge of the back foot down and press the big toe down so the hip stays back. Lift your left arm up. The opposite arm of the block is the arm that goes up. Turn from your lower waist, your middle waist, and your upper shoulder blades. Turn. And reach. Reach. Take your hand onto the block on the outside of the foot. Press again into the feet. Straighten the legs and lift your thighs. Now, turn the chest. Turn. Head back, hips forward, shoulders back. Top arm comes up. Hold and breathe. Thighs are still lifting. Hold it. 2. 1. Bring that hand down. Come back up. Grab your block. Put it on the other side. Bring your back toes in. Turn the whole body the opposite direction. And you can take your feet a little bit wider apart so it doesn't feel like you're so much on a tightrope. Lift the opposite arm up of the block. Now remember, we're going to turn from the lower waist, the middle waist, and then from the top. So turn. From that back shoulder blade. From the back, turn, turn, and reach. Take the hand onto the block on the outside of the foot. Press the hand into the block. Turn. Turn the chest. Turn the ribs. Head back, hips forward. Top arm comes up. Thighs still lifting. Hold it and breathe. 2. And 1. Bring the hand back. Come back to the middle. Bring your arms up. Bend your knees. Step or jump. Take a child pose or downward dog. Heels are moving away from each other. All right, now walk your hands to your feet. Uttanasana. Intense stretch. Hips over heels. Thighs are lifting. Hands down. Bring your hands to your thighs. Straighten your arms. Look up. Come back to the middle of your mat. We're going to go into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So you're not going to need to block. Bring your arms up. Bend your knees. Step or jump your feet wide. So the same way that we got into Virabhadrasana, maybe to Trikonasana, is the same way you're going to get into Virabhadrasana 1. So bring the back toes in and turn the whole torso forward. Except this time, instead of twisting, you're going to stay here. The back heel can come up or keep pressing into the floor. Front knee will bend over the ankle. Thighs parallel to the floor. Back foot is pressing down. You can bring your hand to your thigh and press your hand away. Make that right shoulder stay back. If your knee that's bent, that shoulder needs to stay back. Lift your chest. Pull your abdomen away from your thigh. Now take your arms up. Lift your chest. When you're ready, look up. Lift more. Look behind you. Keep your knee bent. 2, 1. Straighten your leg. Look forward. Come back to the middle. Bring your back toe in. Back toes in. Turn the whole torso the opposite direction. Keep pressing that outer back foot down. And then bend your knee. If it's too much, you can lift that back heel. Now remember that left shoulder needs to stay back, but the torso wants to move forward, so lift everything up and back as that knee bends. Take the arms out to the side, lift them up. Roll those biceps in, look up. Bend your knee, go a little bit deeper. Hold it and breathe. 2, lift. 1, straighten your leg. Look back forward. Bring your hands back. Bend your knees. Step or jump your feet back together. Hey, take a child pose or downward dog. Thread one hand through. And then the other. Bring that hand back, come back into downward dog. Bring your feet together, step or jump between your hands. Bring your hands to your hips. Look up. Lift your shoulders up, back, and down. Come up. All right, now grab your 2 blocks. We're going to go into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. So you're going to step your right foot forward the way you were for Warrior 1. So we're not going to jump into it, you're just going to turn your torso forward. Bend your knee, bring your trunk onto your thigh. Bring your back foot in a step. You can take your blocks forward a little bit, and then just straighten both legs. Lift both legs. Lift both legs. Lift that top leg, reach up to the heel, toes pointed down. Press into the bottom foot, straighten that leg. Now press into your blocks, make them move back as you look up. Shoulder blades in, hold it and breathe. 2. Right buttock pulled in. And 1. Put that foot down. Come up. Go ahead and switch legs. So you're going to bend that front knee, bring your torso onto your thigh. Take your hands onto the blocks. Bring your back foot in. When you're ready, come on up. You can move those blocks a little bit forward. Toes pointed down. Lift the heel. Press into both feet, straighten the legs. Press the blocks back. Look up. Hold it. Breathe. Lift your heel. 2, 1. Put that foot down. Bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale and come up. Now we're going to go into Prasarita Padottanasana. So take your feet out again as wide as your wrists and your blocks can come in front of you, under the shoulders. Or maybe no blocks at all. Your hands could just come onto the mat in line with your toes. So take your heels so that they're even with the back of the mat. And the outer edges of the feet are parallel with the sides of the mat. Put your hands on your hips, take your elbows back, lift your chest. Lift the thighs, lift the quadriceps. Inhale, look up. Way up, stay here for a minute. Feel that prana, that life-giving energy, that life force, that breath. Exhale, fold forward, and take your hands onto the blocks. Bring your hips so they're over the heels. Look up. Take the shoulders back away from the ears. Take another breath, bend the elbows. You can bring the blocks down with you or bring your hands onto the floor. You can have a block for your head or bring your head to the floor. Press into those feet with the thighs. Elbows coming back towards the shoulders, shoulder blades in. Hips over heels, thighs lifted. Ready to breathe. All right, inhale, come back up, straighten your arms, look forward. Shoulders are still back. Walk your feet in slightly. Take your left hand to the outside of your right heel. Give yourself a kiss. Look up. Switch sides. Yeah. Bring your hands back down. Look forward. Come back to the front of your mat. Take a child pose or downward dog. If you're in downward dog, come into child pose. Thread one arm through. Gentle twist. And then twist the other direction. And then come back, downward dog. Thighs are still lifting. Head moving towards the floor. Bring your feet together, look between your hands, like a jump. Uttanasana. Hips over heels. Head hanging. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Try to go inward. Think about your big toes and your fingers and your head. Bring your hands to your hips. Look up. Inhale, come back up. Take a child pose. Hey. Come here. Awesome. Come here. Good. right, downward dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Come on back up. All right, and we're going to do one more twist. Pavrita Parsvakonasana. Let's do Parsvakona. Then we'll work into Pavrita, and then we'll go to the floor. So bring your arms up, bend your knees, step or jump your feet wide. Left toes in, right leg out. Bend your knees. Your forearm can stay here, or you can bring your hand to the floor or a block behind you. Turn the chest up. Take the arm up over the head. Look up past the thumb. Keep pressing the outer edge of the straight leg down. And the knee is bent. The knee that's bent is moving back towards the bicep. Breathe. Look up. 2, 1. Straighten your arm. Straighten your leg. Come up. Turn that foot in. Opposite leg out. Bend that knee. Remember, you can stay here. See if you can make that thigh parallel with the floor as the torso turns. Bring the hand down. Hand can be on the floor or the block. Turn the ribs up. Arm up over the head. Look up. Knee moving back. Hold it. Breathe. 2. Open more. 1. Straighten your arm. Straighten your leg. Turn your foot in. Bring your arms up. Bend your knees. Step or jump. Just like politics. Just chill out. All right. So now we're going to do Pavrita Parsvakonasana. So bring your arms up, bend your knees, step or jump your feet wide. Now this back heel, when it comes up, well, when you turn, the back heel will come up on this turn. So you're going to turn your right leg out. Turn your whole torso towards that leg. Lift the back heel. Now lift your arm up, woo, trying to bounce here, up and over, and then put the back of your arm on that bent knee. Turn. 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 Shoulder in the back. Back thigh is lifted. Hold it. 2, 1. Straighten your leg. Come back up. We're going to switch sides. So you're going to bring your right toes in. Turn your left leg out. Turn your whole torso with that leg. Back heel can come up. Bend the knee. Bend the elbow. Put it on the outside of that thigh. And then turn. Hold it and breathe. That thigh looks up. Hold it. 2 and 1. Back. Come up. Bring your arms back, bend your knees, step or jump. Child pose or downward dog. Going into Malasana. Garland pose. Now you can have a block in front of you for your head to touch, unless your head can touch the floor. The heels are going to go on the back of the mat. Look straight ahead. Take the shoulders back and then straighten the arms. Bend the knees, let the knees go out wide as the trunk comes down between the thighs. And then reach forward as the legs move away from each other. And reach. Reach. Now, bend the elbows. Bring the arms back. Catch the heels. Pull up on the heels. Look up. Shoulders are back. Breathe. Take another breath. Lengthen. Press your big toes down And then let the head come down onto that block. Or the floor. Breathe. Keep pulling up. Now look up. Make that block go down a little bit lower. Lengthen a little bit more and let your head come back in. Hold it. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back. Bring your knees together. Now pull your knees. Oh, keep that roll behind your heels. And then pull your knees into your chest. And look up. Keep pressing. Lengthen the sit bones down towards the floor. See if you can pull your chest away from your thighs. Lengthen and breathe. 2, 1. Release your hands. Release the blanket. Come back into Uttanasana. Now grab your 2 blocks and stand on your blocks. Inhale, lift the thighs. Take your shoulders back. Inhale, look up. Open up your chest. Exhale. Fold forward. Take your hands to the floor. Reach. Let your head come down. Have your hips over your heels. Walk your hands back. Press the heels of your hands down towards the floor as the head comes down. Pull your abdomen in and up. Lengthen and go a little bit deeper. Bring your left hand to the outside of that right block and turn. And smile. And breathe. And switch sides. Turn. Look up, rising, lift. 2. And 1. Bring your hands to your hips. Look up. Inhale. And come up. Come off the blocks. All right, so now you're going to have a seat back on the floor. You can have a seat on the block or a blanket or the floor. Now bring the soles of the feet together. And then pull them in. Take the shoulders away from the ears as the biceps roll out. Lift the chest. Keep pressing the knees down towards the floor. Come forward. Keep lengthening. Bend the elbows. Press the backs of the forearms down as you look up. 2, 1, and come up. All right, now we're going to go into Siddhasana. In Siddhasana, the foot comes between the calf and the thigh. Bring your hands back behind you. Press them into the floor and lift the chest. Bring your hands together in Baddha Koottasana. Take a breath and then press into your fingers as your arms are straight. Inhale, lift up towards the ceiling. and then straighten your knee. Keep pressing into the sit bones and lift the chest, and then look up. Press away from you a little bit more, and look forward. Hold it and breathe. 2, open those pits. And 1, bring your hands down. Switch the clasp of your fingers. Straighten your arms, take a breath, press into your fingers again. Inhale, lift your arms. Lift the chest. Keep reaching. Hold and breathe. 2, 1. Bring the hands down, palms down. Now you're going to switch the clasp of the feet. The outer edge of the other foot will fit between the calf and the thigh. Bring your hands back together, Baddha Mulyasana. Take a breath and press into the fingers, keep the arms straight. Inhale, lift the arms. Keep pressing the knees down towards the floor. Press into the sit bones, make the arms open. Fingers open. Look up, press again. Look back forward, breathe. 2, 1. Bring the arms down, palms down, and release. Now, take your legs out wide. The toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. Press into the floor, lift the hips, make the feet move out just a little bit further away from each other. Toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. Back to the legs, pressing into the floor. Back of the heel, calf, knee, and thigh, pressing into the floor. Lift your left arm up. Turn your torso. Turn. Take your hand to the outside of your right thigh. Press into your back hand and lift. Turn your torso. Breathe. 2. 1. Switch sides. Bring the other arm around. Have the toes pointed up towards the ceiling. Pull on the back of the leg. Press the back of the hand down. Lift and turn. Twist. Sit bones are present. Turn. Breathe. 2, 1. Now, come back to the middle. Have one hand on one side of the leg, one hand on the other side of the leg. Press down and lift. Turn. Backs of the legs, pressing into the floor. Chest is lifting. Now, with your arms up, pull forward, grab that foot. That inside arm, that shoulder needs to be rolling down so that the shoulders are even. Pull down on the foot. Lift the chest. Look up. Breathe. Pull down on the foot. And then exhale, bend the elbows. Lengthen. Straighten the arms, look forward. Bring the arms back up, bring the hands back down. All right, now we're going to turn the other direction. We're going to turn to the other thigh. Press into the floor, lift the chest, turn the shoulders back. Back to the legs, pressing into the floor. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. That shoulder needs to turn down towards the floor. Pull down and lift. Look up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Let that head come down. Pull. Lengthen. Breathe. Inhale, straighten your arms, look up. Come back to the middle. Take your arms up towards the ceiling. Towards the sky. Ceiling. Press the backs of the legs into the floor, toes up. Reach forward. Press into the sit bones again, lengthen forward a little bit more. Now take your hands out, grab your big toes. Roll the biceps out, lift the chest. Pull down, lengthen. You can just stay here, keep pressing the backs of the legs down, or pull And then bend the elbows. Let that trunk go down. Pull. Lengthen. Head comes down. I'm just stuck here on the grass, so I think this is about where I'm going to stay. 3, 2, lengthen. 2, 1. Straighten your arms, look forward. Bring your arms back up. Catch behind your knees. Pull your feet in. Now you're going to straighten your legs for Paschimottanasana. So this time the feet are going to be together. You can sit on a blanket or a block for height to help you catch your toes. Not just bring your hands to the sides of your hips. Press your hands into the floor. Lift your chest. Shoulders moving back. Chest moving. Sit bones across it. Spine is lengthened. Inhale, lift your arms. Back to the legs, press down. Heels moving away. Exhale, forward fold. Touch the tops of your feet. Tops of your toes. Press your toes away from you. Give yourself a little bit more length. Roll your biceps up. Look up. Inhale and breathe. Take another breath. Bend the elbows. Let your chin come. Inhale, straighten your arms and look up. Bring your arms back up. Hands to your sides. All right, now we're going to do the same thing, except you're going to grab the sides of your feet. Inhale with your arms. Look up. Exhale, press into the sit bones to catch the sides of your feet. Pull down, look up. Bend the elbows, pull a little bit more, and let your head and your trunk come down. Straighten your arms, look up. Bring your arms up. Bring your hands by your side. Now, let your right leg flop out. Catch behind that knee. Keep the knee low. Scoop the opposite heel for Janu Shirshasana. Head of knee first. So now your heel is going to come to your thigh, and your toes are going to go to the opposite thigh. Now the knee and the thigh, other leg need to be in obtuse angle. So bring your hands behind you. Scoot yourself a little bit forward. Turn your torso towards that straight leg, just like we did earlier in Ubodhishta Konasana, and both of the legs were straight. So turn, toes up. Keep turning towards that straight leg. Lift your arms. Reach. Reach. Catch the toe. The shoulder that's inside where the knee's been, turn that shoulder down like you have been in the other poses. Pull, lengthen. Exhale, bend your elbows, let your trunk come down. Straighten your arms up forward. Bring your arms up, catch that knee, bring it in, straighten your leg, switch sides. So the opposite leg will flop out. Catch behind that knee. Stay low. Hook the heel. Bring the heel to the thigh and the toes to the opposite. Bring your hands behind you. Scoot yourself a little bit forward. Turn your torso towards that straight leg. Remember, one of the shoulder that's on the inside to come down towards the floor. So inhale, lengthen. Lift the arms. Exhale, reach, fold. Grab the toes. Shoulder stays down. Pull. Lengthen, bend the elbows, come down. Pull, lengthen a little bit more. Exhale, pull. Straighten your arms and look forward. Bring your arms back up. Catch that knee. Bring both legs back. All right, now you're going to grab your blocks. And one block right for your shoulder blades. One for the back of the head. Just right where the bra strap would be. And one block goes. Palms are up. You can always readjust. Now take a deep breath in. And then exhale. Bend your elbows out to the sides. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Lengthen the back of your neck. Put your arms above your head. Take your thumbs towards the floor behind you. Take your chin towards your chest. Bend the elbows back out to the sides. Now, hug your muscles into the block. Squeeze them in. Turn your palms back down. Touch the floor. And come up. Now take one of the blocks and put it in between the feet. So the toe mounds are pressing into the block, and then the heels are on the outside of the block. Bring the heels to the buttocks. Shoulders or elbows by the rib cage. Press into the feet to lift the hips. Press into the backs of the arms to lift the chest. Press into both. Come up. Get that block. Put it underneath. You can go low. Or lift your heels and bring it up high. Clasp your hands around it. Press the inner toes down to the floor. Thighs rolling in. Hold it and breathe. Bend your knees, pull your knees into your chest. Hold it here and breathe. Flex your feet. Straighten your left leg to the ceiling. Keep your right knee bent. Switch feet. Reach through the soles of the feet. Straighten the leg that's on the knee that was bent, straighten that leg away from you. Bring that knee in, bend both knees. Straighten your left heel towards the sky or the ceiling. Straighten your right heel towards the wall away from you. Hold it and breathe. Bring that knee in, both knees into the chest, now both heels to the ceiling. Bend your knees, put your feet on the floor, around that block. Roll the thighs in. Bring your heels back in. Switch the clasp of your hands. Put your feet back down. Lift your knees. Take your heels to the ceiling. Hold it and breathe. Chest is still lifting. 2, and 1. Bend your knees, put your feet on the floor, lift your hips, and come down. Pull your knees to your chest. Roll from side to side. Switch the clasp over your elbows. Bring both feet down. Cross that right heel over your left knee. Thread your hand through. Lengthen the back of your neck. Flex your feet. Put that foot down. Take that top foot. Twist to the side. Take it over. Turn your head the opposite direction of your knees. Once that hurts, and just look up. Now pull that knee to the other side. Feel the grip. Come back up to the middle. Switch feet. Wedge your hand through. Lengthen the back of the neck. Flex your feet. Then release. Take that foot down to the side. Turn your head the opposite direction. And pull that knee over. Go back to the middle. Bring your knees back into your chest. Put your feet on the floor. It's time for Shavasana. Your legs can be straight or the knees together, feet apart. Palms up. Back of the neck lengthened. Eyes soft and closed.